right, this video is for the lesson 5.8 homework. So the last thing we're doing for this unit is exponential regression. So this is another way, if we've got real world data, that we can write a function for a set of data. So always make sure anytime we do any kind of regression, you clear completely out. Red X, don't save, start fresh. So this is where we use that green table in the middle. We put an X next to the A, a Y next to the B, and then we put our values in. All right, and then we put our Y's in. 200, 160, 128, 102. Okay. Today's. So menu 4, 1, 3 is linear, 6 is quadratic, A is exponential, so down here. Still have to change the X list to X, the Y list to Y. And then if you look at the instructions, round to the nearest hundredth. So that's 2 decimals. So we're going to round to 2 numbers after the decimal.
So what number do you get the
Menu
menu 4-1?
4-1, it's A.
What happens when the calculator is gray? Like when it you know what I'm saying?
What?
If they won't let me scroll down it's gray.
Give me just a second and I'll look at it, okay? So the A value is 200.19. Sorry, it froze. B is 0.994. Is that going to round up?
No.
Nope, so just 0.99 to the X. So for number 3, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start fresh every time. All right, X's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Y's. And then menu 4, 1, and it's this very bottom one. It's A, exponential regression. Change the X list to X, the Y list to Y. All right. F of X equals 157 point. All right, this is already rounded. So I don't know if you notice, it says 0.29 where I've got it highlighted in blue, but if you look down here, it gives you the whole estimate, 0.289. So it would round up to 0.29. So if you kind of want to see the rounding on it, but no, even if it looks like a nice, prettier it ends, your calculator kind of sometimes automatically rounds stuff up to make it fit. All right, the B value is 0.389. Is that one going to round up? So to 0.39 to the X.
So you're supposed to go 2 decimals after this?
That's what the instructions say. Round to the 100th. Okay. This one's a little bit different. The deer population in a certain park is shown in the table. So in 2011, there were 30 deer. 2012, there were 60. 2013, there were 120. 2014, there was 240. Which of those is my X? The year. But am I going to put 2011 in there? So typically in a situation like this, they're going through, maybe they've noticed an issue. And they want to see if the deer population is increasing or decreasing and by how much. So typically the first year is year 0 in mathematical terms. And then every X after it, this is 1 year after the initial count. This is 2 years after the initial count. This is 3 years after the initial count. You can do it with 2011, 2012, those numbers. It changes it slightly. Oh, come on. Okay. So instead of the year numbers for X's, we're going to do 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do 30, 60, 120, and 240. Menu 4, 1. And you should be able, I think if you hit that A key, yeah, it'll jump to it. So this one came out nice and neat. So f of x equals 30 times 2 to the x. And then what this question wants you to do is to make some predictions using that. So number 6 says, what is a good prediction of the number of deer present in the state park in the year 2020? Year. So what they gave me, the year number. Is that an f of x or is that an x? So how many years after 2011 would 2020 be? 9? So I would plug a 9 in there for it. So all I have to do is on a calculator page, do 30 times 2 to the 9th. Yep. So 15,360. And then what is a good prediction of the year that the deer population would be? 7680. That's the f of x. So that's when you go to the graph. So 30 times 2 to the x, control T. We're looking at 7680. 8. Now wait. That's 8 years after 2011. So what year would that be? 2019. Okay. The one that I left for you to do, you don't have to do that converting, that switching. You're just talking about medication. So these are your X's, these are your Y's. There's no flipping back to what year number and everything it was. All right. So you've got those, 5 left? Those are yours.